Hola a todos. Gracias a Sevillana por recordarme. Okay, thanks to Sevillana for reminding me. I never showed y'all how to change your keyboards. So if y'all can see my whole screen here, y'all can see down here in the bottom right corner where it says ESP or ASAP. Okay, so right now my keyboard is in Spanish. I can change it back to English if I want. Okay, and so then all my keyboard will type like it's supposed to, like in English. Now the layout on your keyboard is all in English, unless you bought a computer specifically with a Spanish keyboard. So when you change it, you have to memorize it. So for example, what I had to do was I had to come here to Google, look up Spanish keyboard. And sometimes you can just kind of play around with it and figure out what letters do what. But it will just help show you where everything is at. Okay. Now for the actual changing part, you come to your search bar, or for those of you who have like an older interface like Windows 7, you can come here and there's a search bar inside of it. But you search your computer for language. Okay. So you go to edit language and keyboard options. Once you get there, we are going to change the keyboard. It'll take a minute for it to load. My computer can be pretty slow sometimes. Here we go. Okay, so you can add a language. Now you can see here I've already added mine. Okay, so let's add another one just for kicks and giggles. Okay, so I can add, now here's the thing with Spanish. When you look up Spanish on here, it will give you Spanish from all of the different Spanish speaking countries. Now, the one that you find online for the images the most of the time is Spanish for Spain. That's the traditional keyboard, so that's what I click. But let's say, I have been to Costa Rica a few times. My host family's there. We talk all the time, so I'll add. So I can set it as my display language if I want. I'm not going to, but I can. I can install the language pack. I'm using it for handwriting, and basic typing is already included, but these are optional. I can take these out if I want to. I don't want to. Let's just throw them in there. Okay. So you hit install. It will then install that on your computer, and it'll give you a little timeline of when it'll be done. Okay. Now, I'm going to minimize this so I can show you. Once it gets done, it'll pop up down here beside your time. Okay, and it'll give you an option of which keyboard you want to go to. Okay, that won't be there until you add that extra language setting. Okay, until you add it, it's just defaulted in English. Okay, when you add it, now you have options. So they bring this little thing up beside your time in your taskbar, so that way you can choose when you want an English keyboard and when you want a Spanish keyboard. Okay. If y'all have any questions, send me an email, send me a remind, or if you have a question that you want to share with the class about this, then put it on the class comments here. Now, if you have a Mac, I don't remember the exact process. I want to say y'all's is in like the top right corner. Once you get it to show up and it's a flag, not ESP or ES or ENG. If I remember correctly, it'll be like an American flag and then like a Spanish flag. But I've only had to do it on Mac a handful of times. But it's the same process. You go to your control center or your settings, you look up language, and then you can adjust and add what you need to add. So for those of you with a Mac, that's how you do it. Adios.